And so you have those two assets in the LLC, and then you also take some of the cash flow from the real estate and buy more BTC? Or
yeah, and then every month, well, the first deal we did, it went, and I'll send you the pictures of it so you can insert it.
Please.
It was cash flowing $3.6 million a year, 300 grand a month. So every month we buy $300,000 of Bitcoin. So let's say 2 to 3 or 4 Bitcoin a month get added. So that account has, since January, I think we have 175 Bitcoin in that real estate investment. And we have the real estate. So the real estate's hopefully going up. The rents are climbing, getting better. We're doing a better job of managing the property, lowering expenses, increasing income. And the Bitcoin, they're working together. So we're not sure really which one's hedging which one.
Okay. All right.
They're hedging each other, right? Because one's very volatile, as you know, and the other one's very stable. But what we didn't know, Brian, was we didn't know how our audience would respond to it. I knew I would do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go. The concept is we're going to build this portfolio. We now have the largest real estate Bitcoin portfolio in the world.
Wow.
Short of Japan, the planet,
Metaplanet. Yeah, I know Dylan LeClaire, who runs that.
But they've ducked off all their hotels except for one, which I think is a mistake.
Okay. Right.
Because I don't want to be a Bitcoin only business.
You don't want to be a treasury, a digital treasury, basically, a DAT. We'll talk about those. I know you have some opinions on that. So you mix it. You have two assets, real estate and the Bitcoin, and you think they work well together because one's super volatile and one's much less volatile. And you can use the cash flow of the real estate to buy Bitcoin. And when you went to launch this vehicle in January, were you worried or had you already done a few tests and did you know that it was going to be oversubscribed?
Yeah, no, I was a bit concerned about because look, I've been pitching cash flow. You know, I got sweatshirts with cash flow on them. I got hats with cash flow on them. You know, there's a song made about me called the cash flow guy. So, what we're doing here is we're taking the cash flow from the real estate every month, the 300 grand in the Melbourne case, which is that name of that property. And we convert that to Bitcoin. We don't distribute cash flow to the investor anymore. Okay. So I had to go to my investor and say, hey guys, this investment is for those of you who no longer need more cash flow. Okay. So for instance, I don't need more cash flow. At some point in life, hopefully everybody watching, you're going to get passive income. And I'm not saying people should go do this as their first deal, but at some point in life, you want to get enough passive income that it pays all your bills and their surplus. So my strategy, my wealth strategy is I earn income. I invest all of it. I spend none of this earned income. You and I have talked about this.
Yeah.
I earn the income. I use the income to buy assets. So I have no money to live off of. And I only live off the passive income of this investment over here. So that squeezes down the number of things I can invest in. Like if I went and bought Bitcoin, it doesn't cash flow. I can't do that in the beginning because I need to live off of something, which is my passive income. So in this case, what we're doing is we're just squeezing the cash flow from the real estate. Our tenants are basically buying our Bitcoin.
Right.
And then every month we add 3 or 4 pieces in that first piece. Now, in the last deal we did, see, I didn't know if my audience was going to respond to it, my investor base. We had money come in 3 times faster. The check size was almost 3 times bigger.
Wow.
And the age group changed. The demographic of the investors' age, what do you think it did? Up or down?
Down by 10 years.
Okay, so we should allow your audience to post. Do you think it went down by how many years or did it go up? And then come back to this and I'll answer it later in the interview once they have enough time to load it up. You want to do that?
Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. All right. Let's do that. All right. And put your responses below. Yeah. Okay.
So it was a very successful project. We did our first one. We're on our 5th one now. Okay. Now the 5th deal that we did, because now I had confidence. The first deal we did 85% real estate, 15% Bitcoin. Okay. I went and talked to Mike Saylor about this back in January. I was telling Mike what I wanted to do. He's like, look, man, you need to go public. You have a very trusted audience. You need to add Bitcoin to your real estate. and you need to be aggressive with it, and you need to build this into a big real estate Bitcoin treasury company is what he called it. You need to do what I'm doing. I said, but I'm not public. He literally said, that's your fucking problem. I'm telling you how to get rich.
Peter Thiel took $500,000 and turned it into $1 billion using the exact same techniques we're using inside the investment club. He met a CEO, his name was Zuckerberg. He pitched him the deal and he said, okay, I'll give you $500,000. Mark went public and sold the shares to people like you. Well, what happened to Peter? Well, he exited and got a 2,300x return. The wealthy invest in early stage companies, folks. The public markets are for suckers. It's a rigged game. By the way, this happens in crypto as well. It's called pre-sale tokens. This is Solana. Does anybody know this chain? They sold pre-sale tokens for 4 cents. And you can see the date on there, April 5th, 2018. Look at Solana today, folks. That thing's up over 1,000x. The media and Wall Street and all these hype people get you to buy the top. Meanwhile, they put their clients in at the bottom and they use you for liquidity to make their clients rich. You can play this same game. You just have to have the financial education and the deal flow. That's it.
Okay, and you met him in January, and how did you meet him, and why did you listen to him? Yeah, how did you meet him, and why did you listen to him?
Well, my brother got the meeting.
Okay.
My brother said, hey, I'm coming down to Miami. I'm going to meet with Mike Saylor. You want to come with me?
Okay.
I said, yeah. So Gary had been trying to orange peel me. We're in spaces, 2 or 3 times a week. This is my twin brother, and he's extremely orange peeled. Like,
he's been in crypto for 5 or 10 years.
I don't know how many years he's been in it, but he's definitely he's down the hole.
Yeah.
He's down the hole, bro.
Yeah, I met him at the Consensus Conference in Austin years ago, so I knew he was going down that track. But okay, so he sets up the meeting with Saylor. Did Saylor know who you were? Because you guys are both Florida guys.
Mike, it shocked me, dude. He's like, look, I know all about you. I know your 10X thing. I know your brand. I know your conferences. I see you online.
No way.
You get your ads.
No way. Can I quote Grant Cardone, who once said, if you don't know me, you can't do business with me.
That's right. If you don't know me, you can't flow me.
Right. And so Saylor, if he didn't know you, he probably wouldn't have flowed you with the knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I doubt it.
Right. Okay. So he knew you, and he knew you, and he had thought about it, and he thought you should go all in on Bitcoin. And
the guy sat down with me. I literally sit down across from him in the house that he lives in today. Was the first house that I looked at when I moved to Miami. I almost bought that house. I could have bought it for $12 million.
Okay, wow.
And so I'm sitting across from him. I'm like, this is so serendipitous. I think that would be the right word, that I'm in this guy's house. And look, I didn't know if this would work. So I'm like, Mike, I have an idea that I would take the real estate, add the Bitcoin. He's like, get rid of the real estate, dude. Just do the Bitcoin. I said, Mike, no offense, man, but I have $5 billion of real estate. I'm not going to just throw my career away.
Yeah. Any
more than you threw away your software business. Okay. Yeah. I want to build off the real estate. I don't want to be a Bitcoin guy. Now, this is before all the treasuries popped up.
Okay.
Like literally between the meeting that I had with Mike Saylor and today, 190 treasury companies popped up.
Yeah.
I believe all but maybe 4 or 5 of them will fail.
Yeah, you might be right.
And I told him at that meeting, I do not want to be that. Okay. I don't believe in that. Okay. I don't believe in, I'm a public company. I'm going to raise money. I'm going to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or whatever you're buying. That's going to go up. And then I'm going to borrow more money. Like, that's not what I do, dude. I'm a real estate guy.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well use your IP and your specialization anyways, right?
Exactly right. Yeah. I can't undo this story, nor would I want to, because I believe real estate is one of the great investment asset classes in the world and will continue to be for thousands of years.
Okay.
Even though it has problems.
Right.
So Mike was like, man, I'm telling you, I said, I think I'm going to go 85-15. He's like, that's a pussy fund. Literally, that's what we call it. Yeah, that's a pussy.
But we all have to dip our toe in somewhere. So that's what you did.
So I'm like, well, bro, look, like $15 million of Bitcoin on an $85 million purchase. It might be a pussy fund to you, but he's like, I'm telling you, do like at least 50-50. And look, raising money is already difficult. That means I would have to raise $72 million for the real estate, $72 million for the Bitcoin. I'm like, I don't think I can do it because I've never done it. And so we tiptoed in our first deal. Our second deal, we did $15 million of cash to buy the real estate. We leveraged the real estate and we did $15 million of Bitcoin. Third deal and fourth deal, the same thing. The fifth deal, and this is this year, the fifth deal we did $235 million purchase from Blackstone. I bought it out of bankruptcy. I paid cash for it. And we added $100 million of Bitcoin.
Okay.
That's a monster deal. Okay.
Big.
That deal's got 900 pieces of Bitcoin on it. That deal, that $335 million could be worth in the next 5 years $1.2 billion or $1.3 billion.
Okay.
And our audience loves it. My investor base loves this asset class. The goal now is to take this public, continue to build these out and take them public.
Take each individual deal public?
No, we'll bring them together.
Okay.
We'll dissolve the membership partnerships that we have. We'll issue shares back to the investors. They'll be ground floor investors in this opportunity. So they'll come in at a price before the IPO, for lack of better words.
Okay. So
it'll be great for the investors.
To continue watching the rest of the episode for free, visit our website londonreal.tv or click the link in the description below.
Hi, it's Brian Rose from London Real. You probably know that we've just recently been re-platformed on YouTube after 25 months completely in the dark. The truth is, I really need your help. What I really need you to do is click on that subscribe button right now, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment or share the link with friends. We're really fighting against an algorithm that's tried to keep us quiet for so long. And the more subscribers we have, the more people watch our content, the better guests we can bring you, the better content, and we can continue transforming lives. We've been doing this for 14 years now. I want to do this for another 14 years, but I really need your help. So click on that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share this, and we're going to continue to bring you more and more great content. Thank you.